This is a ticket to the party.
Evening, boys. First service. You gotta love Mohammed.
Oh! That is a moment of absolute magic from Federer.
It's Murray magic, though.
Djokovic, what are you doing? It's phenomenal!
He's got quite a large gluteus maximus.
I've never seen anything like it.
Hello and welcome back to the final episode of the Loosely Strung Tennis Podcast for 2022. This podcast is all about you guys at home because you've dictated everything that's going on. It's your questions, we're answering, and we've picked our favourites to give you some feedback on. But there's no better place to start for me than just asking the boys, how are we all doing today? Gary, how are you?
I am great, mate. Buzzing to be here. Let's get on with these questions.
Short and sweet, just as everybody at home was hoping for. Skinny,
Wow.
Skinny, how are you? How are you?
Yeah, I'm on top of the world. Looking forward to Christmas, weighing down in work. It's going to get that festive spirit. It's going to be superb. Callum, I'm going to ask you, how are you and your Eagles?
Oh, the Eagles. An absolute shocker of a pick from me. They actually started off really well, but, you know, chaos as usual. I just don't know if he's a big game player. Hey, exhibition, but we lost to the Shites today. Oh, the Kites, sorry. We lost to the Kites today.
I can't slag you because the team name that I support.
Rubbish.
Shite.
But Pricey, good to have you here as usual. We lost without you. How are you?
Well, you are found because I am here and I'm feeling good.
Superb. Is that all we're getting from you?
I know, that was quite calm.
It was. I'm feeling humble. I'm the most humble guy I know. So
Wow.
yeah.
Ross P, how are you?
Very good today. The week, though, Marvin broke. So, sorry everyone, no chicken wings were consumed this week. I know everyone's going to be disappointed with that.
Felt an imbalance in the force.
Yeah, no, it's different. Man. But I'm looking at the freezer. We're in here in the cabin and the freezer is holding about 5 bags of wings just ready for me when Marvin is fixed. So, don't worry, I'll be back.
I think you look better. He looks slim, you know. He's got that. You can see his jawline and everything coming
and he's
out
coloured
now.
properly. Like it's like Ross P's living in an animation. He's just too yellow. The blood's made it up to the surface.
Underneath the covers all week, just crying.
Would you say you got a big year ahead, Ross? Big year? Yeah. I want to try and finish this one first.
Hey, there ain't no guarantees, but you're doing the right things.
Right, we are going to get started. We're going to look at your questions. Buckle in. We're about to go. Okay, I've picked out the first question, and that was sent by Michael_Palmer because we know the World Cup just finished, so this is a football or soccer if you're American, but you're wrong. But yeah, a football related question. And Michael's asked us, he wants to know in the ATP tour what our 5-a-side team would be.
Can I go first? Because I think I've got a player in my team that you have all totally slept on and is the best footballer in the tennis world. So I'm going to start off, like a bit of a loser, as always, with Rafa, my boy. Football at heart, big Real Madrid fan, uncle was a player for Barcelona, a lot of football knowledge, great guy.
Sorry, have you got this information or is just he playing everywhere?
Flat 5. You know the line that goes across?
Yeah.
All of them on that. Because I'm having Maldini, the AC Milan legend.
He played the Challenger.
Who played the Challenger, an absolute fucking kicking on the Challenger, but he played it. So I'm having Maldini. After that, if you're making me play a fucking proper formation, I'll stick Monfils in goal. Cat-like reflexes, prime Neuer. I'll have Diminor. I'll have him. He's fast, pacey. Rafa spraying balls over the top of all your diddies.
It's a 5-a-side, mate. But they spraying over the top to what?
Well, Diminor will be chasing it into the car park. And then last, we've mentioned this guy before, bit of a shithouse. I'm having Karlo Vidic. Karlo Vidic, like the man you're
Fan coming out there.
Terrible.
What's he doing in a 5's pitch? He's about as slow as a week in the jail.
Well, 3 steps and he's at the other side of the pitch.
Right, Gary, come on, you can beat that team.
Yeah, I think I can and I think I will here. So, similar to Pricey, I've got Gael Monfils in goals because he is very lanky and rapid around the net. So,
lanky.
Yeah, he's huge, man. The guy's just long everywhere.
How do you know, Gary?
I don't know, mate.
Oh, Christ.
I've got pro youth player Andy Murray
Oh,
in the back too with Sebi Corda because his parents are good at everything, so he will be good at everything.
Other than tennis.
He's better than you.
Well, we both have the same amount of slams.
Exhibition match.
And the two up front, two speedsters, I've got Dimonor and I've got Holger Rune. Pressing the line. Yeah.
he can't kick a ball. No way he can kick a ball.
He's not cool enough to play football.
Nah. Scary?
I've gone for science in my team. So
What?
science. I've got a method to the madness here.
I'm ready for
In
this.
goal is actually a woman who is now retired for unfortunate reasons. As she's meant to be good at football, Maria Sharapova is in goal.
She's a keeper.
And then I'm going to go with my tactics. I'm going to play one defender. That's going to be Dominic Thiem, because rumour has it he plays centre half and is a destroyer for his amateur 11-a-side team.
But you can't have a full team.
Oh,
It's a five-a-side pitch, mate.
so you always cover up, and then I'm going to go 3 up front.
Wow. So no midfield. So
I'm
as soon as they pass the front three, you are just humping.
Sharapova through the ball to the forward 3 of Andy Murray because of pro youth.
Okay.
Nadal on the left because he's
A left footer on the left.
No. Classic wingers. I'm an old school boy. Because football and family. And Gail Form on feast up front. And the reason
Gail
is...
from one for one.
Sacre bleu. And the reason is he's an athletic freak. And actually, if you don't know this, he was the under 14 French 100 metres champion.
Wow.
So he's an absolute rapid, and he'll be in there. Goals.
Fantastic. I'll go next. I've gone Medvedev in goal. I just feel like he's unorthodox.
Yeah,
Takes up a lot of room, just off-putting guy, and you obviously can't go in the box, and so I think he'll be quite confident to give a bit of jip to other people, try and put off opposition. I have a hard man. He's ginger, do you know what I mean?
Sorry.
At the back there is a hard man.
Oh no!
Bottage Van Zandt, but he is playing at the back. Ginger's on boom right in them tackles. he's putting everyone off playing. I went for Rafa as well. Do you know that grit, determination? He's going to put his body out, bash into a few players. But I've gone for that little bit of magic. You need that someone that can just change a game. You know, I just went Pablo Cuevas. He has the trick shots. I just like, whoa, he can change the game.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's a bad football. He's got a bit of imagination.
No.
He's a good shout.
Come on, and talk off your head.
I'll
I've went on the Messi train. I want a small Argentine who's going to cause chaos for your back one. You know.
Okay, go on.
It's Maldini, I know. But I've gone for Diego Schwartzman. I think he can be in and about. You know, that be fast passing.
What was he doing?
Right, Ross B, can you beat my 5-a-side team?
Oh, 100%.
It's all just people from Liverpool.
Yeah,
The Skupskis.
Yeah, just me and the Skupskis. But the thing about a 5-a-side goal is it's long and thin, isn't it? And
This podcast is going down a horrible route.
This is question 1.
I know.
right.
And that's all, folks.
Karlovic in goal. The guy can just lie down. He's fine. He's on his side and he just like puts his hands up and he's like a window wiper. No goals going by him. No goals going by him at all, man. Right, back to Andy Murray.
Yeah.
Great defence on the tennis court. Going to have great defence on the football pitch. Used to... Did he play for Hibs or does he just about Hibs?
Pro youth for Hibs.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how much that says about his actual ability, but him at the back, Delpo next to him. We Argentine. Well, not we Argentine.
We do.
Biggest guy. That's that wee guy.
He's in there, so
He'll put a crunching tackle. You
Exactly.
Oh, he must turn like an absolute train, man. Imagine putting the ball past him. Would he even turn around the border?
well, imagine
It just
take you out.
imagine going on goal and then he's in front of you. No chance of getting by the guy.
Remember Chiellini against Saka, grabbing people by the neck and that, bringing them back.
That'll be him on Schwartzman.
Yeah.
And then up front you get Rafa Nadal, for obvious reasons, and Benoit Paire. A little bit of flair from Benoit Paire. I'm a poet and I don't even realise it. So you get Benoit Paire, Paire up front and Nadal going off each other quite well. That's a lovely wee five-a-side team right there.
Oh, that is superb. But we're moving on because we've got another question. One of our favourites, and that would be from AC_98.
Aidan, by the way.
That is
just to his friends.
Well, I'm just letting everyone know in case they want to follow him, you know. AC_98. Worst player to win a slam. Best player to never have won a slam.
Me.
What?
Sorry, me. Me.
Did you say yourself?
I've never won a slam.
Is that not the guy that said he was humble 5 minutes ago?
This is humble.
I've never won it. I've got it in me. Like, I've got it in me. There's so many professional players who have... But like, the thing about it, there's professional players who've got the same amount of slams as me.
That is
And it's literally their job. They get 4 chances a year.
Fair enough. I'll kick us off here because I think I've went pretty boring, to be honest, which is not unlike myself. I've went Muguruza to be the worst player to win a slam. She shows up once every couple of years, wins it, fair enough, good on her. If you offered that to me, you can win a couple of slams but be shit in everything else you do, I'd take it. But I think that's what she does. Barely seen at all this year, pretty crap. For me, she's a standout.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna, because I'm an old man of the Loosely Strung podcast. I've got a wee bit more time than you guys and remember things from a bit in the past. I'm gonna go for Thomas Johansson.
Who?
Is that
Look in all your places shows you all exactly.
Underestimating me, mate. I know Thomas.
You know Thomas personally?
I know Thomas.
You've been in Stockholm.
Shared a win.
He won the Australian Open in 2002 and beat an on form at a time reasonably young Marat Safin, but he did absolutely nothing else in his whole career.
2002 was a great year for me. I was sitting still and unhappy watching like Teletubbies or something. God, that must make you feel old. You were thriving in 2002, weren't you?
No, I was still a young teenager.
Were you in your teens in 2002?
So you're just...
No, I wasn't actually.
Adding ages.
I was watching Ronaldo though, the real Ronaldo. So it's
right, Gary, let's go.
I'm going to go for Dominic Thiem.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've maybe just not understood the question. He is an excellent player. He's been riddled with injuries.
Is he going to win another one? No.
Well, no.
Is he probably going to get back in the top 10? No.
What? Sorry.
Is that not just on the basis of the quality of the final?
The final was awful to watch. But
hey, a winner wins, and he won.
Once. That's the question. The worst
okay, do you know what? I accept.
They've been a winner. Everyone, this has been a winner before.
Do you know what? I accept that answer, and I'm going to absolutely ruin the vibe. And I don't know if this is just my intolerance of the British public as a British person myself, because we all accept mediocrity. Raducanu.
We all knew you were going to go there, didn't we?
The new poster girl for poster person for British tennis.
Like the British probably
has done, possibly was meant to be the new big face in tennis and has done.
She's got plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time to do what? She's done nothing. She's is the word digressing? She's gone backwards. Regressing. Sorry. Don't get me wrong. Watching the final, what I remember of it, because it was a tennis night out. Was excellent. It was one of the best nights of my life. A great video of me dancing to ABBA. But I really do believe that she's the worst quality player to win a Grand Slam.
Wow, that's huge. What is she, 20 years old, maybe even 19? I think she's got a huge career left in her.
I'll slightly back up Pricey here and say if time stopped right now, just the player she's been so far, would she be in that list? Yes. She
would be somewhere, but I think if we are still podcasting in 10 years, we might come back and say, that was a huge shout. I think either way, that is going to be so wrong or so right. There's never going to be a middle ground with her.
In 10 years, I'll have been snapped up by Amazon Prime and Sky Sports, so you guys will be sitting here.
Right, Rusty, let's have yours.
I've put a wee bit of a twist on this. So, she's won a lot of majors, but I'm going to say the worst person.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Yeah, as a human.
Another Ross P attack.
By the way,
oh my God, it's Gary Brown.
Who is this going to be?
Oh my God, he's sitting right there.
Margaret Court.
Why?
Wow.
She's not a great human, I don't think. She's won the most slams, but I think she's a bit of a walloper.
Going for the old person.
That's superb. Yeah. You're just not a Margaret Court guy at all.
Not at all.
On court or off court?
I think there'll be a load of players out there that'll back me up, so just let us know that you're on my back when you go
On your back?
Oh, maybe, it depends who it is.
Serena might just wait to phone you up and be like, hi.
Actually, I think Serena would defend me.
I think you might be right, by the way. Right, okay, we're going to move on and we're going to fire through this one because I think a lot of us will have similar types of players. For the best player to not win a slam, I went David Ferrer, probably the most boring player in the world, sorry. But I went David Ferrer.
Bit like yourself, Callum.
Thank you. Ross?
I didn't go for David Ferrer. I went for a woman on the WTA tour, and her name, she technically won a Grand Slam in mixed doubles, but I thought this was a singles exercise.
That's a really weird name.
Her name is Jelena Jankovic. Jelena Jankovic. Should have won a Grand Slam. She was class.
She should have.
She was dominant in that time, and she never won any of the big ones.
I'll give you the point over me there for that.
She always kind of fell into
Gary, I don't think you can up that, but give it a go.
I've got one here that a little bit out of the blue actually. If he didn't get ill and have lots of injuries, Robin Soderling.
Oh, by the way. Remember Pricey claimed he won a slam?
For anyone who doesn't know anything about tennis, he actually has won one because I told you he won one.
But the guy, he got was it glandular fever? Yeah. Then a string of injuries.
Kissing disease.
He's come out with great
He
balls
with
now.
that at the same time.
He's come out with what?
He's got great balls now.
Tennis balls.
Yeah, tennis balls. Yeah. He's on brand of balls, guys.
His tennis balls are the best balls out there to buy, by the way.
Pricey, let's go.
Me?
Yep.
No, me.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, you've actually put yourself.
Mr. Humble.
Oh, that's horrendous.
I've got the world in front of me. You know that picture of the guy on the moon, and it's like, but it's not him on the moon. He takes a picture of the Earth, and everyone's in it except him. That's how I see life. You guys are all racing away ahead of me.
So
I've got time.
Carlos Alcaraz, what, 2 years younger than you? He's got a Grand Slam.
Price like a young Alcaraz.
Everyone peaks at different times, don't they?
Like,
you've still got
life
time.
is about peaks and troughs. Okay. And there's a big trough coming for Alcaraz.
Huge peak for Pricey.
Huge Pricey coming for
Right, must be. Let's have it.
Couple options you could have went for here. I've got Nikolai Davydenko.
Oh, drug cheat.
Yeah.
Okay. Ruined that one.
Yeah.
Right. Well, back up to drug cheat then is Nalbandian.
See, I'm old enough to remember Nalbandian.
Nalbandian.
He played Hewitt in a Wimbledon final, and he was when he first came on the stage, he was an absolute baller.
I think he beat Federer, Djokovic, Nadal back to back in the same week.
He did. He's the only person to ever do it.
Yeah.
I like that band until he kicked that.
Yeah, good point.
I actually liked him more after that.
But that was at the end of his career. That's when it was like.
Yeah, it was Queen's.
After he did that, he never did
Actually
anything
paying
again.
money for a Queen's final. Like a game in, someone
Queen's
boots
final?
it.
Some game she plays.
Shut up. Right, I'm moving on for that comment. Because we've got another question coming in.
Live?
Okay. No. This was sent in by Nikki Roberts. No relation to me, except for me as my sister. And she's asked, which tennis player would come out with the best Christmas number one?
I've got it on the money, on the nose, you could say, because Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh no.
Casper Rudolph.
Oh, get the cabin, Pricey, get the cabin.
Alright, I'm away, back to training. Got slammed.
Oh, that's terrible.
You got slammed.
I have went a little bit different. I think the Christmas number one changes a lot. You know, that lad baby nonsense. You know, so I think something different could get it. So I've went Dustin Brown for a reggae Christmas.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good show.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Moldwine works.
I think he has it in him to produce a banger. You know. What's funny about that?
Nothing at all, mate. I
think he could have a good one, but
I'm going for a different type of banger altogether. We're still young. We still like to party. Dan Evans, the Enigma himself, putting out a dance tune with Christmas bells, everything on it.
DJ Dan.
DJ Dan Evo on the decks. You'll be loving life. You know exactly where I'm going with this.
Hopefully it's just the decks.
I'll take it a little bit different. This man, top 10 player in the world, was also in a One Direction tribute band.
And exactly who you're talking about.
And music video. But I wouldn't say he would do a One Direction song. I'm going to think he's probably going to do Justin Bieber Mistletoe.
Oh.
Because he has the old kind of Bieber haircut from back in the day.
Pricey, do you want to guess who this is?
I know exactly who it is.
Who is it?
Andrew Rublev.
Correct.
Andy.
Andrew.
Andy
Shut up.
I like the Justin Bieber comparison. If Justin Bieber had been locked in a hut for 5-6 years, and when he came out for another 5 years, no one was able to cut his hair because it is the worst
awful.
haircut I've ever seen in my life.
Shocking.
Haircut for the radio, eh?
Yeah, haircut for a video.
Right, Mercurial. Where are you going?
I'm going, the song's Fairy Tale in New York, right? And it's going to come just after, 2025, this song will be released. Okay? And it's going to be Francis Tiafoe, after he wins US Open.
Yep.
He's going to go away and record a version of Fairy Tale in New York, and he's going to get top 10 at least.
Ross P. The idea there's lovely.
Thanks.
It's beautiful. It will sell millions, right?
Exactly.
The US Open's in August, mate.
Thanksgiving number one.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
And also, that's my year.
Oh, sure.
That's in the schedule.
Okay.
Who's he duetting with?
Don't know, mate.
Do you know how she died?
Oh, what a start for any of the dads listening. First time I got. Do you know how she died? Right?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Ready for another question? Is this question 4, I think?
Yeah, who cares?
Question 4. This is for Craig Miller 7. He said,
Hi, Craig.
you have... Yeah, that's nice. He said, you have 3 places at a weekly pub quiz night. Who's your 3 teammates on tour?
Right.
Great question.
Yeah.
I love a pub quiz. I actually host a pub quiz on a Thursday.
Nice wee plug there.
Nice wee plug. Charlton Bar and Restaurant. Get down there. I'll go first then. I hope the guy's not listening because he seems like the ultimate dork. Casper Ruud. I had a rumour that he only went to the RAF Academy because of our good teachers, and I just found out he was actually quite good at tennis. So I took it up. He went there for the lecturers. After that, I'm doing this. I don't really want this person here. I want the husband to come because I understand he's a very smart man. I want Anna Ivanovic to bring me Bastian Schweinsteiger. That German efficiency, proper knowledgeable guy. And other than that, I'm going with Bartoli.
Marion Bartoli.
Marion Bartoli.
She's got.
Was she intelligent, yeah?
Yeah, her IQ is meant to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fair play to her.
she's
Interestingly enough, the first team member I had on my list was Marion Bartoli because of her super high IQ.
takes a big brain to recognise a big brain.
But in my world, a pub quiz is not all about the quizzing, it's about the session as well.
Yes.
Please drink responsibly. So I'm bringing Bernard Tomic. I said his name wrong first time. And he's the wild card.
He'll bring what?
You don't know what he's going to bring to this night.
Aye.
I think
I
I
know
do.
exactly what he's bringing to that night.
But he could... But,
And I hope,
I'm not meaning that, but I mean... At the pub, he might turn up with... He might give you a pint, or he might buy a tray of tequila. You never know what's going to happen, do you?
I'm thinking there might be something else he's given to you.
And my last member is Francis Tiafoe. And the reason is, he'd be sitting there in a corner, smiling, having a good time, keeping everyone spirits light and happy.
Yeah, that's
but Marion works out all the
That is
answers.
exactly why that guy will never win a slam. Not get the mentality. You're not there to take part. You're there to win.
No slam, no Christmas Thanksgiving number 1.
Correct.
Okay, I'll follow that up. I've gone for 3 similarities. See if you can spot them. Alright, this is what I think just breeds genius. Alright, I've gone Dennis Easterman,
Right.
Hyung Chong,
Right.
and Janko Tipsarevic.
I know exactly what it is. Ross Skinner. Do you want to have a shot at it before I do? Because you're going to be offended.
No, just offend me. Go for it.
You're a specky loser.
That is exactly it, Pricey. I've picked the 3 speckiest guys. I think I'm going to walk into that quiz and they're going to look at us and go, there's brains in that.
Can I just... I'm going to plug a little bit of... a bit of holes in your logic here.
Yeah.
I wear specs every week to this wonderful podcast. I won 1 quiz out of like 5. So...
Hey, no, I'm backing my guys. Ross P?
Sue Barker.
Alright.
No introduction needed.
No introduction.
Excellent quiz knowledge.
End of. No, Sue Barker would be
So
great.
just you
Sue
and
Barker
Sue?
times 3, please.
Just you and Sue.
Me and Sue and Wings.
Is that it?
No, Sue Barker. I was going to have Federer, and then the Skupskis. But
It's
a
only-
Liverpool support.
It's only 3, mate. That's 4.
Drop a Skupski. Which one? Remember one of the lessons.
If I'm going to drop a Skupski, we're probably going to have to drop Neil, I think.
Oh, that's a drop as well.
Yeah,
I'd
So
drop him.
if I'm going to the pub quiz, I'm going to win the pub quiz. So I'm taking the brains with me. I'm going to take Felix. want to take Federer, and one that you have probably all forgotten about, Mario Ancic.
Yeah,
Former top 10
Forgotten
player.
about him because I've got no idea who it is.
No, remember him?
No?
No. It was
him.
It was Cilic before Cilic.
Right, okay.
Top tenner.
What's the
Big
justification?
ground strokes.
What's
The
justification?
guy's now a lawyer working for the NBA. The guy is very intelligent.
Justification is saying someone nobody knows, so we can't call him out.
That's
Ross will remember him, he was in our era.
And before we go any further, we're going to have a little shout out for our Tennis Pal Chronicle friends. Pricey, take it away.
Tennis Pal Chronicles is a tennis podcast to feed your passion for the game. They're tennis fans that interview tennis professionals and discuss tips, news, and reviews for your tennis game. Tennis Pal Chronicles is produced by Love Set Match, a 501c3 non-profit health and fitness organisation that uses tennis to reach disadvantaged youths in Southern California. Their podcast mission is to help bring the tennis community together and help grow the game. Host Philip, Coach PK Kim, is the tennis professional at the historic Langham Huntington Hotel and Spa in Pasadena, and he's also the director for tennis in the city of Monterey Park. He's an avid player and coach. Listen when you can, folks.
Okay, we're back with some questions. We've got a few remaining. So our first one is from Tiny Tim. All right,
Crap.
I know terrible name, but it is Tiny Tim. Sorry, Tim.
I don't like that name.
But Tiny Tim has asked. Tiny Tim has asked, if you had walkout music every time you played, what would it be and why?
I've got a screamer. You can all go first because mine is the best.
I'm going to be boring. Easy for me, Back in Black, AC/DC.
Love that song.
Okay.
That's how good it was, Gary. Just there. I would have a whole, entrance, not just music, a full thing.
Oh yeah.
Like
Like the smoke.
yeah, but the whole crowd.
Entering the ring, weighing a top.
Aye.
The whole crowd would have a drink of tequila each, and the champs tequila would play. So I'm walking on the stage. On the stage? On the court. I'll go on the stage for it, walk down the
Gets to the top of the steps.
I'll race you 1-on-1, baby. And that one. And then when I go to the crowd, basically bow to the crowd, they all do a shot of tequila. The crowd would be all for Team
Every
Skinner.
time, every time tequila's been said in the song.
Just the first one.
So are you funding this unlimited tequila just for a full year?
No.
You're going to be skint.
Yeah, the guy's not made it past that first round.
He's deliberately losing first round. He's like, I'm skint, man.
No, obviously I would get sponsored by Jose Cuerva after I win. Come on. It's money making, it's all there.
Okay, I'll jump in. Mine's a little bit different. I have gone for something that will get me going a bit, do you know what I mean? And I like to be the bad guy on a court, so I want everyone to kind of like
Billie Eilish.
It's not. It's not. I've gone numb encore. I've gone, can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. Oh yeah, see? And I want the whole crowd, see like in 8 Mile where they're standing, everyone's going, arms are swinging up and down. I want to see that. That's
Because you're on court number 3. Put your head on the bar with me.
There we go. Exactly.
That was a personification of that, isn't it?
Bad boy, man.
Oh no.
I'm gonna top the bad boyness by introducing a bit of ABBA. Because as you all know, as humble as I am, I know that everybody knows it is my world and you all live in it. And it will be Rich Man's World.
Oh.
It's a pricey world. Cost of living crisis, pricey world.
But the crowd clap along to that.
Yeah.
Going Tonto, it could be.
Who have we got last time?
Oh no.
Ross P.
What are we coming up with here?
Well, a few episodes ago, I put out there about my entrance music being Here Comes the Money, Shane McMahon, WWE.
Would you do the shuffle?
Oh, I do the shuffle all the time, mate. I mean,
Shuffles his way.
I've actually seen him do the shuffle on court. Genuinely, big point, do the shuffle.
There'll be video evidence probably in the new year of that. But I might also, in the second half of the year, go to my other song. Same song, it'll be at my funeral.
No, that's nice.
Whoa!
Yeah. AC/DC, Highway to Hell.
I hate this guy.
Highway to Hell.
So wait, your walk-on music is the same one you're going to get buried.
Is that your heel fan?
Consistency.
See if that oven hadn't broke, we might have been hearing that song sooner than we thought.
Oh man.
Okay. Question in from Ross Bouchard. He said, can you put together or make up your ATP player from shots from everyone on the tour, but not the big four?
Great tennis question.
Great tennis
question.
That is as if he's picked that from Book of Tennis Questions, question number 1. He's picked that out and just planted it right on our plate. Who's going first?
I'll go first. If you want. If
That's
you
nice.
want. Yeah. Okay, I'll go first.
Alright, Mickey Mouse.
Is that like a Rona?
Price is going to be like serve.
Holger.
Serve, calm price. Forehand, calm price.
Return?
Not calm price. Definitely not calm price. Serve. This could be an unpopular choice, but I think it also could be very popular because we all know how good it is. The Kyrgios serve. I'm not just going for like speed. I think he picks out corners better than anybody, and he does it with pace, which is so difficult to do. We know that even at a very amateur level, it's hard. That if you want to hit a big serve, you go safe. If you want to hit an angled serve, you slow it down a bit. But he somehow finds a middle ground where it's big and angled.
Do you ever slow yourself down, Pricey?
Curves to the left. Forehand, I'm having Juan Martin.
Del Potro.
Yes, Del Potro.
Because if Argentina did win the World Cup, we said he'd play the US Open next year.
Yes, so he's actually...
the aim is for us to get the invite to the US Open by that. That would be incredible.
Yeah, I think he will be asking me. Well, we've got dinner lined up, so I'll plug them.
Oh, that's true.
Backhand, I'm going only on aesthetics because backhand is such an overrated shot. If you're good enough, get a serve and just hit forehand. Richard Gasquet. They don't come better looking than that.
That's pretty sexy.
Backhands, I mean backhands.
It's a stunning backhand.
Yeah.
That is absolutely beautiful.
And I think we're all in agreement that the thing that makes the big four so good is how good they are at returning. And anyone outside the top four, you could probably pick any of them. They'll kind of return the same. But I do think Alcaraz is just that little bit better than everybody else.
Yeah, it's been good.
Not to get too serious, but I do think that's what the top four have, and we're not allowed to choose in the top four. So I'll have Alcaraz.
Great answers. Gary, let's hear yours then.
I'm going to follow Pricey with the serve and say Nick Kyrgios. The variety that he's got is just incredible, as well as just being able to absolutely bomb it. Yeah. Underarm serves, kickers.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. He's actually got the wee mental edge on everybody with it at the minute, to be fair. Return, I'm going to say Medvedev.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking
Spider-esque.
Yeah, the guy's just stretches and you're like, how the hell do you do that? Like, forehand, most on form forehand on tour at the minute is Felix, I would say. I'm going to take him.
Huge.
If he gets that ticking over, he's going to potentially get a slam in the next couple of years. And backhand, I want to say Holger Rune.
Lovely.
Just appeared on the scene, but that's incredible.
It's very hard to argue with your selections there. But I've got a really good feeling that you, Skinny, think you're probably going to beat it.
Oh yeah, because you picked the wrong person for the serve. John Isner.
Jesner.
A big John Isner. He has played to the most amount of serves aces this year is John Isner on tour, and half the amount of matches the next person underneath him.
Wow, that's incredible.
He is an absolute beast. So he'd be my serving. Returning Alcaraz, I gave a price. He's going to be the one. He's returning. He wins 30.77% of his returning games on tour this year.
So he's incredible at losing serve and then breaking right away.
He's unbelievable.
That's a talent.
Forehand Berrettini, monster, smacks it.
Huge,
Just stay on the court, big man. And backhand, because I like him and it's an improving shot and I want him to do well with it, Taylor Fritz. It is improving.
I don't want to go into this too much, but would you not say that, fair enough, John Isner's got a big serve, but he doesn't win very much because he loses in tiebreaks? So is that still the thing?
Yeah, but then if he had everything else, imagine he had all the other qualities, then it would be
he wouldn't.
But I think you've got to choose someone who has all the other qualities and still has a brilliant serve.
No, but you're just the question is, see my guy that
I know what the question is.
See what I built here. My guy that I built here would beat your guy that you built there.
Wow. Right, Ross P, before they start fighting, go for it. Give us it.
Right. Forehand, Del Potro. No one can argue with me. Don't even try it. Backhand, Wawrinka. Beautiful.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. Big
A
power.
bomb as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Lovely. Serve, Pete Sampras.
That's a cheat code.
Yep.
He doesn't play an ATP tour anymore.
Did he play an ATP tour?
Yeah,
A long time ago.
Yeah,
Like 20 years ago.
Look at the question. Look at the question. Did
Go on,
it
tell us.
specify year? No,
Are
it
you
didn't specify
cheat
year.
coding the next one as well?
Agassi. Agassi's return.
I knew you guys were going to go for, the prominent answers, the favoured answers, so I went a little bit different. I went forehand, Marin Cilic.
Crap.
Yeah, inconsistent.
Whereas more slams than more slams are the same as obviously Del Potro, more slams than everyone else. So
Yeah, no one here, but that's not...
backhand. I'll go serve first. I'll keep backhand. My serve is Kyrgios, so fair play.
So the same as everyone else.
Yes. My backhand, I went David Goffin.
Terrible shout.
Have you been different by being wrong?
No, I'm being
I mean, yes,
different
you
by
have.
sit down and watch his backhand. It is genuinely incredible. It
You
is
only get
so
to watch him for
good.
the first 2 days
It's
of a tour.
so good. Okay, and my return, I've gone Schwartzman because he has to pretty much break every single time to stay in.
I have just nailed you then.
Did you just hear Callum just ignored your Goffin chat
Yeah.
and just went, I'm right anyway.
I'm not. I've got no interest in listening. He always try to do slander everyone, so someone needs to tell him to quieten down over there.
Do it then.
No. Okay, we actually have one more question to go, don't we, boys?
I'm keen.
Who's
for
it from?
Who's it from?
That's a very good question. That is a fantastic question.
At Craigie Wills.
It is at Craigie
Friend
Wills.
of the
He is a
show?
friend of the show,
Not a friend of
but
mine.
not a friend of ours. He asked if you were to add a fifth Grand Slam, where would it be and when? Go. 2 answers right off the bat.
North Pole, middle of winter.
Wow.
Christmas related. That'd be good.
Christmas Slam?
That'd be
Love
good,
that.
man.
I love that. I mean,
Wow.
they don't,
wow.
they
You've done it.
don't
You've done
actually
it.
have enough time off, so they actually
Yeah.
have too much time off, so maybe I'll just put another
Well, there we go.
slam.
Well, folks, that's the end of the show. 'Cause it's not getting better.
Right, Gary, go for
I'm going to go sensible, I think. If they do add a fifth slam, it'll either be in the Middle East or the Far East, so I will say Tokyo, March, April time before the French Open.
That's the gap, isn't it?
Yep.
No, I'm going to see the busiest bit of the schedule.
Players are going to hate you, man.
I'm going to make it busier. We're going in between Wimbledon and US Open. We're going to Las Vegas.
Wow.
Jackpot, baby!
Love that.
But they play in the casino.
They play literally in the casino.
Why don't they just roll, like, see the roulette table, they roll a number and that's the seed there.
Yeah, that's sort of wackiness.
Fall on zero, you're right.
Right, I've gone for a cruise. They play it on a
the
cruise.
boat?
Do you know what? I'm actually changing this up. I'm going to say they play...
Yes.
Yes, I've been waiting on that phrase to come in. Every week, man, we're going to change up every week.
I'm going to change this up and I'm going to say this slam runs throughout the full year.
Okay.
So every so often on a cruise a match is played, so it's either like first round, second round, so the slam takes the full year and it finishes the week before Christmas. There we go.
So how
Do
do,
you know-
the
do you
rest
know-
of the tournaments get played?
Well, they do. It's just like if people go out, then they can play the match.
Do you know what's it? Do you want to be like, see the ones that are like scared of flying and stuff like that, just going on the boat? They're excelling at this point.
Oh yeah, Pricey, you'd be great on that.
Boatman.
You're a
Yeah.
boatman.
Yeah, sure.
Seaman.
Lovely.
Final one. Let's go for it.
I'm going to take us all to New Zealand.
Shock.
He actually lived there for one day and then flew home.
It was like 2 months. I don't bring this up often. You know, I don't bring it up often. But I think we should go to New Zealand. Lord of the Rings themed. To be honest, it's just so we can cover it and then I can go and just see the sights again.
Does a winner get the one ring handed
Absolutely.
to him by Gollum? Just like
I'll dress up as Gollum.
You didn't dress up. Right, that unfortunately, I think, brings us to the end of this week's podcast and the end of the podcast for 2022. Boys, it has been an absolute pleasure and thank you to everyone that has listened. It's been amazing for us. We have thoroughly enjoyed it and I tell you right now there are bigger and better things coming in 2023. Believe you me, it's going to be a massive year for the Loosely Strung Tennis podcast. I'm sure from the bottom of my heart and from the bottom of my podcasting friends, we say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow. Don't forget to follow the socials. Bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow, chicka, bow.
Lovely, Pricey.